Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome or welcome back to Unbound Soul Tarot. My name is Helen and I am thrilled to have you here. Whether you are coming back or whether you are here for the first time, I am so glad that you are. So we have a very interesting reading ahead of us. We are going to be looking at where your relationship is headed. We're going to have a look-see into what is going on with your relationship right now, how are you feeling, how your partner is feeling, and where is this relationship headed right now. So as you can see, we have 4 piles. For pile number 1, we have Amazonite with the Fountain Tarot. For pile number 2, we have the Rose Quartz with the Ethereal Visions Tarot. For pile number 3, we have the green Opal with the Light Seers Tarot. And for pile number 4, we have the clear quartz with the Witches Tarot. So these are the 4 piles that you can choose from. Take your time, there's no rush. You can pause the video if you want to. You can meditate on which one of those piles is calling you towards it the most. And whenever you're ready, you can find the timestamps listed down in the description box as well as the comment section. So I'm going to leave you guys to choose, and I am going to see you in just a bit. Hello, pile number 1. You guys chose the Amazonite, and as well, as always, I'm going to put it on the side over here so that, you know, we could deal with it later. I'm actually going to put the Fountain Tarot on the side here as well. I might as well have just done that, but anyway, we're going to keep those on the side for just a sec because we're going to start off with these 2 tarot cards instead, because we're going to have a look at what is the current state of your relationship. So again, it's going to be like a twofold thing where you have the chance to confirm for yourself that this is in fact the correct pile for you, and I will have a better understanding as to what spirit is talking about, what we are dealing with here, and it's just going to lay a nice foundation for the reading. So as always, I do feel I need to give a quick disclaimer here as well. This is still a general reading, so please only take the piles that truly resonate. If you feel that it isn't really resonating with you, then you don't have to accept those messages. Or if you feel that this pile isn't truly talking about your current circumstances, it doesn't really feel like it applies, then that's absolutely okay as well. You can just go ahead and pick another pile. But if you do resonate with this, then you know that you are watching the right pile. And yeah, I just wanted to remind you that this is still a general reading. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can do that via the link in the description box. You'll be able to find my shop and book a personal reading with me there. It is also sale time right now, so all readings are 15% off. So if you are interested, definitely go and check that out. But let's get into your relationship. Okay, we're starting off with the 8 of Water and the 7 of Air. Okay, so this is the current state of your relationship. I don't know why words are so difficult. Mercury retrograde is definitely getting to me. Okay, so when it comes to your relationship, pile number 1, I'm definitely getting the sense that there has been this breaking point that you have reached in your relationship where now it's like you know that things have to change, and the way that things were before, it can't go on like this. Whether it was your decision, which actually I'm feeling more strongly that it was your decision, or whether that was like a joint decision with your partner. Take it as it resonates. But I definitely get this sense that maybe in the past you weren't really as open with each other, or there were a lot of things that were kept from the partner, or where you were keeping things from each other. So I feel like, or maybe they were keeping things from you, however it resonates. But I do feel that there was some sort of information that was being kind of hidden and kept back. And I feel that those kind of like underlying secrets, even if they weren't anything like too bad or anything serious, I still feel that it was really kind of putting a blow on the trust in the relationship, where maybe you or maybe either of you couldn't really feel like you could be completely honest with the other person. So yeah, I feel like right now it's like there has come this point in the relationship where this being very secretive, holding back information, not fully disclosing what is going on the inside, how you are feeling, how you are, like what you are thinking and all of that. Again, when I'm talking about these energies, they could refer to you, they could refer to your partner, or they could refer to both of you. So please take it as it resonates, because I'm kind of tapping into the energy of the relationship, which obviously includes both of you. But it just feels like there is some sort of turning point or shift that is taking place in the relationship to make the connection more truthful, more transparent, more honest. And I also feel that if you yourself have been keeping back some, like maybe some of these, I feel like you might have been keeping back some of these things that you were not necessarily happy with in the relationship. Maybe there were some things that were kind of causing you some heartbreak, or that were not really up to what you were looking for or what you were expecting from your partner. And maybe you were keeping quiet about it before. Maybe you were suppressing your emotions. Maybe you were trying to hide your disappointment and dissatisfaction. But I feel like right now, you're not doing that anymore. So again, for some reason, I'm getting a very strong feeling that you are the one who is kind of taking charge in this relationship and kind of putting your foot down, wanting to clear some things up, wanting to make sense of things, and really put this relationship on a more concrete course than it has been before. It's like you're not willing to put up with some of the things that were happening in the relationship before, maybe some of the behaviors that your partner was showing. You're not really willing to put up with that anymore, and you are definitely kind of working towards some sort of progress, some sort of movement, some sort of change. So that's kind of what I'm feeling here with your relationship and how things are at this time. I feel that there is just a lot of like being very serious about how things are moving forward. Kind of like there may be some serious discussions that you're having, or there may be some sort of like confrontations that you're going through right now. Again, please take it as it resonates. I am feeling very strongly that it is coming from your side, where you are kind of wanting to quote unquote lay down the law and really like clear the situation up, clear this relationship up. Maybe I keep hearing ultimatum in my head. Maybe some of you have actually been giving an ultimatum to your partner, like saying that, if things don't change, this is done, or we are done, like that kind of thing. I'm also getting that, but that is definitely for some of you, not all of you, because for the most part, I feel that you truly do want this relationship to work. You're just like done with the relationship as it has been up until now. That's kind of what I'm getting. But let's get into the tarot cards now. So we're going to start off with your energy, how you feel about this relationship, and what you want out of this relationship. So yeah, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. For your partner, we have the Hierophant in reverse and 7 of Cups. Interesting, we're getting another 7. Okay. And then for this relationship, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse with the Fountain in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So let us first start off with how you are feeling and what you are kind of what you are desiring out of this relationship. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Page of Cups in reverse. So with the Page of Cups coming out in reverse, this is definitely like this getting more serious vibe that I'm feeling here. And with this Knight of Wands, I do feel that this is representing you. Now you could actually be a fire sign, so that would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but it doesn't have to like apply. I'm just pointing out the astrological signs as they come up, just in case they resonate or mean something to you. If they don't, that is absolutely fine. It doesn't mean that the message is not for you, okay? And if you're not a sun sign in any of these like fire signs that I named, then it could be that you have very significant placements in those signs, or that you have a lot of fire in your birth chart in general. But this energy is definitely feeling like, as I said, like you are kind of taking the initiative in this relationship. You are wanting to kind of clear the situation up. You're wanting to take action so that there could be some sort of change that takes place. Because again, I feel like there is almost this like, I am done with putting up with this bullshit, and I want things to move forward with a more clear vision in mind, with a more distinct energy. Like, yeah, there is just a lot of like actually taking control of the situation and wanting to pursue this situation, wanting to pursue this relationship in a more concrete way. Because yeah, again, with this Page of Cups, I feel like you are kind of done with putting up with any like foolishness, any just anything that is not authentic, that isn't truthful, that isn't completely like honest and transparent. And I feel like you may have been like giving quite a lot of chances to your partner in the past. I feel like this is, as I said, this feels like something that has been going on for quite some time, and you may have been kind of keeping quiet about, again, your feelings about how the situation was affecting you, how like maybe like what you were feeling and thinking on the inside. But now I feel like you are not really holding back anymore, and you definitely want this relationship to progress. You definitely want some sort of movement here. And again, I feel like it's movement away from this like shielding of emotions or hiding of emotions, hiding of truth. All of this like manipulative, sneaky energy that I'm feeling with the Seven of Air over here, that is something that you are done with. Now, looking at your partner's feelings and what they are desiring out of this situation, we have the Hierophant in reverse with the Seven of Cups. So this is definitely, again, like a confirmation for me that this like holding stuff back, not being fully honest, is coming from your partner more so than anything. It seems to me that they are not exactly sure what they want. And that seems to be the major cause in the like uncertainty and very like wishy-washy energy that I'm getting, which has most likely led you to this point of like wanting to make things more concrete, wanting to make things like wanting to make sense of these things, wanting to pursue the relationship, or wanting to progress the relationship in a more, again, in a more like bullshit free kind of way. Yeah, with the Hierophant in reverse, I'm actually feeling like this is more of a specific message, but for some of you, definitely it could even be that your partner has had a difficult time committing to you fully, or maybe this even has been like an on and off kind of thing, or maybe this is like a like an open relationship. Is that the right expression? You know, where you're like, where there's not like 100% commitment to each other, where it's like, you know, we are free to date other people, that kind of stuff. For some of you, that may even actually be the nature of this relationship, because when it comes to your partner, I just see a lot of like confusion, a lot of doubt, not really knowing what it is that they want, and definitely having some commitment issues here. Which is, again, I feel like the main reason why there is so much like uncertainty in this connection to begin with. And with the Seven of Cups, again, it's like, because they don't know exactly how they feel or what they want from this relationship. I feel like they are having a very hard time actually communicating to you how they feel or what they feel, what they want, because they don't know. So I feel like the main kind of underlying issue here is that you seem to have a much more clear understanding of what you want and what you expect from this connection. And you seem to have your boundaries kind of in place, or at least have like a fairly good idea as to where you want this relationship to go, how you want it to move forward. But I feel like your partner doesn't really know that. They don't really know where they stand, and that seems to be causing a lot of the rift that I'm feeling here. And yeah, I absolutely see why this relationship has come to the point where you are just wanting to make sense of this and kind of, as I said, lay down the law in a way. Now, looking at this Queen of Cups in reverse with the Fountain in reverse. Now, I just want to point out that the Fountain is actually not part of the traditional tarot. It is a very specific card to this deck, so it's kind of funny to me that it came out, even though we only have 6 cards on the table. So out of the 79 cards in the deck, the one very special card came out for you. Now, those 2 cards are talking about where this relationship is headed more specifically. And looking at this Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm kind of getting the sense that the main issue here, as I was saying, is that you and your partner don't seem to be on the same page here, because you know what you want and they don't really know what they want. So before like your partner figures it out, before they actually know whether they want to stay in this relationship or whether they want something else, whether whether they want to put in effort and work into this relationship or whether they don't, before they figure that out, I feel like things are not really going to improve too much, because it seems that like you are very much putting in the work, but a relationship is obviously a situation that involves 2 people, so you can't push the wagon all by yourself. And as of right now, the way that things are, they seem to be like, I don't see you kind of moving in the direction that maybe you would like to move in. And I know that it may be difficult to hear, but at the same time, I'm kind of feeling like this, again, like this no bullshit kind of energy with you. So it's almost like you were done with like playing around and coddling. Is that the right word? I feel like you're kind of done sugarcoating things and like making excuses for your partner, or you're just kind of done. I feel like you're done. And because of this, I feel like this kind of direction might be something that you are kind of expecting. And as I said, for some of you, I definitely feel an ultimatum here as well, where it's like you're kind of like not allowing this person to play around anymore. So like if they want to be with you, then they kind of need to commit, or they need to take some sort of like more serious action. They need to stop their bullshit and they need to actually get serious. Or if they can't do that, if they're not willing to change or put in the effort to make this relationship work, then I feel that you're kind of like ready to walk away and ready to look for the new. Because yeah, again, with this Queen of Cups in reverse, I'm just getting the sense that there is just more like selfishness here, or more like putting your own needs in front of the other person's needs. And I feel like it's coming from your partner's side. So again, unless they can figure their stuff out, unless they can actually make sense of what it is that they want, and unless they are able to put work into this connection, I do kind of feel like this relationship is more so headed to like you kind of going your separate ways. And yeah, I hope that it wasn't too like heartbreaking and too sad to hear. But again, I'm feeling that like for a lot of you, this is something that is already expected, and this is something that you are kind of like, you're able to foresee anyway. And And I feel like, as I said, I feel like a lot of you have already been giving this person too many chances, and and it's like you are kind of now in this point where you want something more concrete, and if this person is not willing to give that to you, then you are just like, you're done, and you'll walk away. But let's look at some of these oracle cards as well, and those are going to give us some more information from spirit as to what you should know about this relationship. So let's see. Okay, we have House of Flowers. We have Peace. Wow, very sweet, very sweet cards coming out. Okay, yeah, we have Solitude. So again, definitely a confirmation that there may be like you choosing yourself and you choosing your own like highest good and your own happiness, that this person is not, if they're not willing to give it to you, if they're not willing to put themselves or invest themselves in the connection and actually put in the energy and effort to make this work, to reciprocate your energy, then you are definitely going to choose yourself and again walk away from this connection. Okay, we have True Love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, interesting. And we have, and we have Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So, okay, I want to kind of talk about how like kind of weirdly mirroring these cards are. Because with this like True Love and Peace and like House of Flowers, I kind of feel like this is it's very sweet energy. And I actually, for some reason, feel that it is more so tied to you. Because again, it's like when I was kind of talking about this energy and I kept feeling that you are the one who is initiating this, this kind of like let's put our heads together, let's figure this out, let's actually get serious as to what is happening in this connection. I feel like your feelings are very much real. Again, I feel that this True Love is talking about you because you know how you feel and you know what you want. So this is definitely like kind of, I feel like this is just talking about your ability to love, your ability to open yourself up and invest yourself in a connection. And I also feel that because of this Fountain card over here, as I said, it's kind of weird that this card came out because it is a special card and it doesn't very often come out at the deck. But I do feel that like, as I said, it's like if your person is willing to like pull themselves together and make up their mind as to what it is that they want, then I feel like things could be different. And I feel that that is mainly because of this Fountain card here, because it's like a very like a magical card. It's like the source, it's like the universe. So I'm kind of feeling like there is a lot of potential in this connection. There is a lot of like promise here, and that I feel like the relationship could be amazing, but it kind of all comes down to your partner here. And it's almost like as kind of annoying as that may be, but I kind of feel like it all boils down to them and how they decide to act. So if they are kind of willing to pull themselves together, as I said, I feel like things might actually improve and things might be like turning out for the better. Things might be turning up or turning around. But like if they are not able to do that, and as I said, like as of right now, because they seem so confused, it seems like it's more so moving towards this like, again, solitude, separated energy, but that might be temporary as well. So it kind of like, it boils down to how they end up behaving, but it's also up to you to decide whether you want to kind of wait around for that, whether you want to put yourself in this position and kind of give this time to this person, like how invested you are. So that's the part that you get to decide. That's the part that you get to control. But again, I feel like it's something that you kind of have to decide for yourself. So I feel like this time apart might actually do both of you some good, because it'll allow you to to kind of figure out what it is that you truly want, and whether you truly want to wait around for this person, whether you truly want to kind of reserve yourself for this person while they are making up their mind and while they are sorting out their stuff, or whether you feel like, you know, you have already given this person too many chances and you are ready to walk. So that's up to you to decide. But again, it's like it's so weird. It's such a contrasting energy here, because again, it's like there's so much potential. Things could be like kind of smoothing over and actually working out, because again, you have like two very, very significant cards over here pointing that this could be amazing. But at the same time, like, you have these completely opposite cards of like solitude and separation. So I feel like it really is up to you at this point, and more specifically, a lot up to your partner as well. So to kind of like sum this up, I feel like what you can do on your part is to kind of figure out how you want to deal with the situation, how you want to handle it, whether you want to put up with like your partner figuring things out and giving them like time and waiting for them. If that's something that you want to do, if you feel fully invested in this connection and believe in your future together, then by all means, you know, do that. But if you feel like you don't really want to do that, then again, like taking some time out, maybe like establishing some sort of break, or just like, again, taking some time away from each other, it might like help you really feel and get a hold of what it is that you want and what it is that you truly desire out of this relationship. And it's also going to help your partner kind of figure out what it is that they want, hopefully, so that things could kind of like smooth out and become more harmonized, become more peaceful. So yeah, it's kind of a complex one, this one, I have to say, but there is definitely potential. And again, I feel like this is just like Spirit's way of saying that the kind of the future of this relationship is truly up to you. It hasn't really been like written yet, but it does really depend on like how your partner is willing to figure out their stuff and whether you are willing to wait for them. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling for you, pile number one. I hope that this reading helped you. I understand that it might have been a bit confusing at times, but if this resonated and if you got something from this reading, then I would love it if you let me know. You can do that by leaving me a comment or giving me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done that already, definitely don't forget to subscribe. But that's it. I am sending you so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you very, very soon in one of my next readings, pile number one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. You guys chose the Rose Quartz with the Ethereal Visions Tarot. Now, I'm going to put those on the side here for the time being, because we're going to start out with these two cards over here, which are going to tell us a bit about your current relationship, or the current state of your relationship. This is going to give me a better understanding as to what this reading is talking about, what I'm dealing with here, and it's also going to give you the chance to confirm for yourself whether you are watching the right pile. Now, if this is not really resonating with your current circumstances, that is absolutely fine. You can go ahead and choose another pile. But if this is resonating, then again, you know that this is the real deal. Now, as a quick disclaimer before we get into the cards, please remember that this is still a general reading, okay? So not all of the messages may be resonating with you. Just kind of choose and see and feel your way through this reading and see what feels right for you. And if anything doesn't, you can just leave it behind. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can do that via the link in the description box. And there is also a sale going on, so all readings are currently 15% off. But yeah, now that the disclaimers and all of that is out of the way, let's get into your connection. Okay, we have the Moon starting out and the King of Air. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so what I feel for you, pile number two, is that I feel like you're that at this time there may be some sort of like truth speaking and clarity that you are kind of dealing with in your relationship. Like this King of Air, this could talk about you or it could talk about your person. So the King of Air is a card of Aquarius, but it could also symbolize Gemini or Libra. Now, if you don't have any of those signs as your sun sign, it could be that you have very significant placements in those signs, like your rising or your moon or your Venus or Jupiter. Or it could be that you have a lot of air in your birth chart in general. And the same could apply to your partner if none of that applies to you. And we also have some Pisces energy with the moon here. But please take it as it resonates. I'm just letting you know of the signs as they come up, just in case they mean something to you. But as I said, I feel that at this time, either you or your partner is kind of really like opening up about some things. And I feel like it may be that that what you are opening up about is like your true wishes, what you truly desire, what you were truly feeling. And it may be something that you haven't really opened up about. Again, like the energies that I'm talking about, they could refer to you, they could refer to your partner. So please just fill in the details as they apply to your circumstances. But there is definitely some sort of like coming clean about things, or opening up about things, and really shedding light on some of the things that have been maybe hidden or have been kept closer to the chest before. And I'm especially getting with the moon card here that a lot of it could be like some fears as well, that you or your partner may be kind of opening up about some vulnerabilities, some insecurities, some fears that may have really like impacted the relationship. Some of those things might actually be impacting your relationship very strongly right now. Again, you may be having some sort of fears about the relationship, how it is currently, where it is going, or your partner could be having some fears about the relationship. But I definitely feel that there is some sort of like speaking truth or opening up more, even though I kind of still feel that there is a lot of guardedness with the King of Air here. There is a lot of like putting up walls and not maybe intentionally, but just being very guarded, very careful about how much you disclose or how much you open up. And it may be that whoever this King of Air is, that they seem to be having a difficult time like putting into words how they feel, and even like dealing with their feelings in general. This is definitely more of a rational, more of a logical, more of a practical person. And they also deal with like, principles, ideas, theories, very like logical, very, very intelligent, but just maybe somewhat distant from their heart space or from their feelings. And so, yeah, I feel like there is, like whoever this King of Air is, again, whether it's you or whether it is your partner, don't get caught in the title King, because we're not talking about gender, we're just talking about energy. Whoever this King of Air is definitely struggling with some fears over here, and maybe kind of insecure about the relationship, about the future of the relationship. There may be some like insecurities that they are feeling internally as well. So I feel like some feelings are kind of being shielded or being hidden right now, but that there is some kind of like opening up that is happening, some sort of information that is being revealed and that is coming to the surface here. So, okay, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's very tight-lipped. It almost feels like this energy, like it's very difficult to tap into it, because it's like it's so protected and so guarded and so walled off that it's not really like giving me too much. But if you could kind of relate to, if you yourself are feeling like that about your relationship, or if you feel that your partner is kind of distant and dealing with some stuff on their own, or if like there are some sort of issues that have been brought up in your relationship recently, if you're dealing with some fears or some like uncertainty about where this relationship is going, like if those are the kind of themes and issues that you are currently dealing with, then or have recently dealt with, then this is the pile for you. But let's get into the tarot cards next. These are going to tell us a bit more specifics a bit more specifics about your connection. So let's see how you feel about this connection. Okay, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, interesting, with the 9 of Pentacles coming out right next to it. Okay, so for your partner, we have the Lovers. Oh, wow, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. Okay, and for the relationship, we have the Page of Wands and the 8 of Swords. Okay, very interesting energies coming through here. So, yeah, looking at these cards, I'm kind of getting the sense that this King of Air may be talking about you, that this is mostly referring to you. But again, it doesn't have to be, just take it as resonates. So the way that you feel about this connection, this relationship, and what you are looking for, with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, I'm definitely like, this is again mirroring back of this King of Air energy. This is very like individualistic, very self-reliant, very kind of reserved as well. This is exactly like the King of Air that I was describing. So I feel that how you are feeling right now is that you may be somewhat more focused on like your own stuff, on maybe your own work, your own security, your career. It could be that you're kind of trying to kind of secure your future, especially in the material sense, because we have all of these pentacles here. So it could be that that's kind of what your main focus is on right now, and you like may not be so certain or so invested in the relationship. And please don't, like, this is not a judgment in any way. This is just what is coming through as your energy. So yeah, it just feels like at this time, it may be that your focus is kind of on some more like material, some more physical things. Focus more on your own kind of well-being, your own safety. And it may be that, as I said, it feels like at this time, the kind of the future of this relationship is somewhat like fuzzy, or it may not be very concrete and very certain where this relationship is headed. And I am kind of getting the sense, especially with the 10 of Pentacles in reverse here, that that sort of uncertainty may be coming more from your side, where it's like maybe you don't, maybe you can't really visualize the future of the relationship. Maybe you're not really certain that it's the right thing for you. Maybe you're kind of hesitant about like fully settling down with this person, or like fully investing yourself in this connection, or it seems to be that there is some sort of like financial or material or something that is very like rational about this connection, that is kind of making you doubtful or making you question this connection and question the future. It could be that you're kind of like trying to decide for yourself whether it is wise to join your like finances or to join your possessions, whether it's wise to kind of share that much of yourself and share that much of your security and material security, especially with this other person. There just may be some doubts that you are feeling, especially when it comes to like the long-term plans, the long-term stability of this connection. Yeah, I'm actually getting that the fearful aspect is more so coming from you as well, because it could be that maybe you're so kind of used to doing things by yourself and looking after yourself, and like sharing your life with someone else may be a bit like foreign for you, or maybe somewhat strange and unfamiliar. So you could be kind of feeling out of your element a bit, and again, not really sure whether that's the right thing for you. So there is some like apprehension, there is some insecurity, there is definitely some fearful energy. And I feel like the way that you are kind of handling it is that you are more so focused on, as I said, like your work, your business, your career, whatever it is. But it seems that that's kind of what you are more so invested in, because I'm kind of getting the sense that you don't really want to deal with the emotional aspect and like get sucked into the emotional depths of like where this relationship is going and all of that. I feel like it's how should I say it? It's almost like I feel that you would be willing to invest yourself in this relationship if you could have a 100% guarantee that this relationship is going to work out, or that this commitment is going to be long lasting and it's going to be like secure and safe. There is a lot of this issue of safety and security that I'm feeling with you, that you really, really crave and need. And because emotions are like so kind of flowy, so unpredictable, and so not easily manageable, it may be something that you, again, don't really feel too comfortable with, or that kind of aspect may be frightening. You may also have been single for quite a long time, so maybe this relationship that you are in is relatively new, or maybe this isn't like a full-blown relationship just yet. Maybe this is still like just starting out. Maybe you have just recently like met someone. Maybe this is very, very new, but like, again, take it as it resonates. If this is something very, very new and you're just kind of like thinking about getting into it, or whether you're still like deciding whether you should embark on this journey or not, then it definitely, I feel like, is stemming from the fear of not knowing what the future holds and whether it's like a safe and wise investment for you. And if this is a relationship that you have been in already for some time, then I just feel like at this time your focus is more so on your career and your work and your kind of material and physical security and safety. And you may just not be sure like how you want to move forward from this, and whether you see this relationship kind of going on long term, or like seeing a full-on like marriage or a full-on commitment in the future. Like, you're not sure whether you want to take this to the next level, whatever this next level means for you. So that's kind of what I'm feeling for you over here. There is a lot, and I feel like it's kind of all over the place, so I'm not sure whether I was able to like convey it in the best way, but that's what I'm feeling for you. And I feel like that's you as well over here. I feel like those two are connected very much so. And before I move on, I just want to say as well that I'm feeling that the state of your relationship as it is right now is also very much reliant on you. It seems that it's kind of depending on you, and the future is also kind of depending on you and how you want to move forward. Because looking at how your partner is feeling, or how this other person is feeling that you're dealing with, we have the Lovers and the Ace of Cups. Like, you cannot get more straightforward than this. This person is clearly very much emotionally invested. They're very much smitten with you. They definitely know exactly what it is that they want, and I feel like they are fully ready to kind of invest their cup of love in this relationship. They're fully ready to give their love to you, and kind of, as I said, like emotionally invest themselves into this connection. And I do feel that they are like very serious about this, especially with the Lovers here. I feel like they know exactly what it is that they want, and they clearly want you. They clearly have chosen you. And there's no like hesitation here. So I feel like I don't even have anything else to really say about your person, or your partner, this other person in this relationship, because it's so straightforward. And their feelings and their desires, that it's all very, very clear. So now, looking at where this connection is headed, or where this relationship is headed, we have the Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords. I actually feel that the only reason why you're watching this reading is because you want some kind of like confirmation for yourself that this is in fact like the right relationship for you, or that you should invest yourself in it. I feel like you want some sort of like concrete answer or some sort of affirmation. But truly what I'm feeling here is that it's like with the Page of Wands, and I even love how the Page of Wands is looking directly at your side. I feel like your partner is invested. So they know that they want this, they know that they want you, and the whole thing is kind of like relying on you, no pressure. The whole relationship and the way that this is going to pan out is depending on what you decide to do. So I feel like this relationship is kind of on hold, and the progress is on hold until you decide that, okay, I want to take this on, I want to embark on this journey with this person together, and I'm ready, I'm willing to explore this, I'm willing to do this. And because it's the Page of Wands specifically, I am definitely feeling that what Spirit is saying here, actually with the Moon as well, what I'm feeling that Spirit is saying here is that there is literally no way that you can know where this relationship is like going to end up in the long term, and whether like there is no guarantees. So it is kind of like just taking on this adventure and seeing what happens, seeing what unfolds, and allowing yourself to be surprised by the universe, by life, by love. And again, because of this King of Air, and because of all of this earthy energy over here, you might be a Virgo as well, by the way, because it's like I'm getting a lot of like intellectual energy, but because of this energy that I'm feeling so strongly with you, it's like it may be somewhat strange for you. It may be, again, somewhat like uncomfortable, unfamiliar for you, because you may have been single for a very long time, or you may just be very used to like handling things by yourself and on your own. So you're not used to like sharing your life and having to like having someone to help you out, or having someone to kind of rely on. So I feel like it's kind of testing you in a way and putting you out of your comfort zone. But I also feel like it's exactly what you need. It's exactly what you need, and it's like it's almost like a lesson in love that I'm getting, that this whole situation is about. If you want to embark upon it, like if you want to experience love, and if you want to experience like true heart space opening and true sharing with another person, because I feel that that's what this other person is willing to offer you here. They seem to be very genuine, very full of love, very, very much open and willing to give and share with you. So if that's something that you want to kind of feel for yourself, then it's definitely worth exploring and heading down this path on, even if it is scary, even if it is something that you're not familiar with. And yeah, I feel like it's definitely kind of scaring you. But if you decide to kind of stay in your secure zone, in your safe zone that you are used to, then I just feel like it's just something like a very cool and a very eye-opening experience that you're going to be missing out on. Because again, it's like, honestly, what the cards are saying here is that this whole thing, the future of this relationship is kind of depending on your decision, and whether you decide to go for this, whether you decide to take on this new journey, take on this new adventure with this person, or whether you don't want to do that, and whether you want to stay where you are. So yeah, again, absolutely up to you. But that's kind of what I'm feeling here. Now, let's look at some last oracle cards as well before we close this reading out. Let's see what else you should know about this connection. Oh, look at that. We have, oh, sunny day. This is absolutely beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's like one of the most happy cards in the deck. And you even have these like two ladybugs here. So, and I mean like is it ladybird or ladybug? whatever. You have like two of them here, and I feel like they are just very much symbolizing joy, and I feel like this relationship could bring you so much joy and so much love and so much, like, so many of these emotions that you haven't experienced before. So yeah, I just feel like it's really up to you. Okay, we also have deep knowing. So I feel like this is kind of your this is talking about your intuition, and I also feel that it's referring to this other person who, again, very clearly knows exactly what it is that they want. And I feel like your intuition is going to help you out in this situation as well. So you should really follow your gut in this one, and more so like focus on where your gut is leading you, rather than focusing on like how this is going to work out physically, financially, materially, all that kind of stuff. We also have delight. Again, oh my goodness, like you're getting these really, really positive cards. So I feel like this is a very positive connection. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Yeah, I feel like maybe some form of like taking a trip with this person, because with the Page of Wands, this could actually symbolize like going on some sort of trip or journey as well. Maybe if you take a trip with this person, it might help clear things out for you, or help clear things up for you, I should say. And we also have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so that's kind of another confirmation for me, as I said, that it may be a very recent, a very new thing. That's something that came through the strongest. So if this is like a whole new experience, if this is a whole new connection for you, then I feel like, again, it's like opening up and really revealing your fears, revealing your insecurities that I feel that you are kind of doing. Because again, I'm getting the sense that you seem to be someone who kind of likes to keep things close to their chest, doesn't really reveal too much about what you are truly feeling or what you're truly going through inside. So opening up about that is, I feel like, is going to help assure you as well, and it's going to make you feel more safe. And it's almost like this ripple effect, that the more you do it, the more you kind of open up and connect with this other person, the easier it is going to become. So I don't know, I guess it's I guess the message is rather clear, so I don't feel like I need to keep repeating it 100 times. But there is definitely so much promise here. There is definitely so much potential and so much like positive confirmation that this could be something absolutely amazing. But again, I feel like the relationship is just going to like be on a standstill. Things are not going to change unless you decide to kind of take the steps to take this relationship forward and to actually invest yourself in this connection. So it's kind of a matter of you overcoming your fears, you opening up to your vulnerabilities, and willing to put yourself in a situation where you don't have any guarantees as to how this is going to turn out, but just trusting that things are going to be unfolding. Again, with this deep knowing, I feel like your intuition is very much willing to guide you at this time, and yeah, I feel like your feelings are actually going to be a very, very good compass for you, but you just kind of have to get out of your head, because that seems to be the only thing that is kind of stopping this connection from moving forward right now. And again, it's like it seems to be the fearful thoughts, your insecurities, your guardedness, your shieldedness, that kind of thing. And I don't take it as any form of judgment. It's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to be like protective of yourself. But I just feel that, again, like with you kind of maybe opening up more about your fears and about your insecurities and uncertainties that you are having, I feel like things like are going to be able to move forward, as like maybe your partner is able to assure you or kind of calm you down, and or this other person, if this is not like a full-on relationship yet. But anyway, sorry, I feel like I'm just going to end up confusing this and making this more and more just complex and just all over the place. So I'm going to stop talking. I feel like everything that was very important that needed to come through did, and I hope that it made sense to you and that it resonated. If this was your reading and if you got something from this that you feel helped you in this situation, then definitely let me know in the comment section, or you can give me a thumbs up as well if you don't want to tell me all of those details. But anyway, please take care of yourselves. Pile number 2, I am wishing you all the best. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. You guys chose the green opal stone with the Light Seer's Tarot. I'm going to push those on the side over here for the time being, just because we're going to start off with some other cards first. Now, these 2 cards are going to tell us a bit about the current state of your relationship, and it is a chance for you to confirm for yourself that you are watching the right pile. If you don't resonate with this part, that's absolutely fine. You can go ahead and pick another pile. But it is also allowing me to make sense of the situation that we're dealing with here, and it's just going to kind of lay a foundation for the reading. So that's what we're going to start off with. But I did quickly want to disclaim that this is still a general reading, so please only take the parts that truly resonate, and everything else you can leave behind. And if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, you can do that via the link in the description box. It is a especially good time to get a reading right now, because all of the readings that I'm offering are 15% off. So if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, then definitely go and check out the link in the description box. But let's see what is going on with your relationship. Okay, we have the 10 of fire. Oh, and the 8 of fire. Very fiery energy. Very, very fiery energy. So for you, pile number 3, what I'm getting here is that I feel like at this time, your relationship is under a lot of strain. There is quite a lot of, there are quite a lot of issues that you seem to be dealing with, and there may be a lot of these like serious discussions that you're having right now. I feel like a lot of things that you may have been ignoring or kind of suppressing and just putting on the back burner to kind of keep things going and keep things moving. I feel like now is kind of the time when you feel like you can't really do that anymore, and you really need to sort these things out. You kind of need to really put those issues on the table and work through them, because I feel like otherwise, and I feel like you and your partner both know that this is the best way to move the relationship forward and to progress, because it's clearly kind of gotten a bit too much. So I feel like at this time, you may be going through, like, there may be a lot of stress that both of you are feeling, and I just feel like there is a lot going on right now, and you're trying to kind of work through these things so that you could kind of close those out and move forward with a lot less baggage. That baggage, whether it's something from your current relationship or whether it's either of your like previous relationships that you're still carrying with you or that are still causing issues in your relationship right now. No matter what this baggage is referring to, it's clearly interfering with your with the livelihood of your relationship or with the health of your relationship. And as I said, I feel like it's something that both of you know. I feel that you are both very much aware and very much in tune with like how this relationship is going, what the issues are, and what you need to do to move forward from that. And I really love that this 8 of fire is here, because it's kind of like, I'm not sure exactly, because we're going to have a look at how you feel and how your partner feels. But I am kind of getting a hint with this 8 of fire that both of you do want this relationship to progress. Both of you do want this relationship to move forward and kind of level up in a way. But it just feels like there is some sort of like sifting through some old issues or sifting through some underlying problems or some sort of misunderstandings, arguments, like that kind of thing, that again seems to have been like pushed to the side, and now it's just that they have become a bit too much. So I feel like you are at in the process of like working through a lot of things, sorting through a lot of issues and clearing up a lot of the air that may have gotten a bit thick over the course of your relationship. So it's actually really, really healthy energy that I'm feeling here from the both of you. But again, we are going to have a look into how both of you are actually feeling and what both of you are wanting out of this relationship. So yeah, let me just see if there's anything else that comes through from the current state of your relationship. No, not really. I don't really feel like there's... Yeah, that kind of feels like that's all right now. But let's look at your feelings. Okay, we have the Six of Cups in reverse with the Page of Cups. Yeah, definitely wanting to kind of let go of some old stuff, some stuff from the past. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh my goodness, and the Ten of Wands is actually coming through from your partner. How crazy is that? And 2 8s. So yeah, that again, like as I was saying before, I feel like both of you kind of want the same thing here. And we have the King of Wands and the Nine of Wands. A lot of fiery energy again. Coming through for your relationship. Okay, so let's start off with your energy, what you are feeling and what you are wanting out of this relationship moving forward. So with the Six of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, I can see that you are approaching this connection with a very open heart. You seem to have, like, it's almost like what I'm feeling with you is like almost like you're like an open book. It's like you're not really holding anything back, because I feel like you want this relationship to work out. I feel like you have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of fantasies, you have a lot of like wishes as to where this relationship could go, how this could progress, and I feel like you, again, it's like you seem to be very much in tune with how the past is kind of holding this relationship back, or how it's still interfering with the health of your relationship. And I feel like with the Six of Cups in reverse, it's like I feel that you're ready to let go of the past, because it may be that there have been some things that have still kind of stayed with you and that you have had a hard time letting go of, especially with the Page of Cups here. It may be that you may have, you may find yourself sometimes kind of romanticizing or like daydreaming, having like wishful thinking, or like... Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like romantic energy with you. So I kind of feel like maybe in the past you have struggled with like actually dealing with situations and talking them through and moving forward, because again, there is this very like dreamy, very innocent, maybe somewhat like naive energy coming through here when it comes to like love and relationships. And like, this is in no way a judgment, okay? Please don't take it in a judgmental way. It just feels that you are maybe more like hopeful and maybe more dreamy and have more like grand visions about where your relationships could go. And like, and again, even if you're like looking back on the past, it could be that you are like overly romanticizing the past, or again, having a hard time letting go of the past. So it's actually like, I don't know, I just feel like right now you seem to be wanting to like move forward again from a very like authentic, from a very honest place, and you seem to be like really invested in like working through whatever these issues are for you, whatever these issues are in your relationship. Because as I said, it feels like you really want to leave the past in the past and focus on the future, focus on moving forward, focus on clearing the air up so that things could kind of stabilize for the two of you. Now, looking at the cards over here that talk about what your partner feels and what they are wanting out of this connection. Now, when it comes to your partner, I'm kind of feeling like they may be much more kind of hands-on, much more realistic, much more kind of down to earth, whereas I feel like you are maybe, again, more like head in the clouds, more dreamy, more flowy, like that kind of energy is what I'm feeling with you. So I feel like there is actually quite a nice balance with the both of you coming out. But with the Eight of Swords specifically coming out in reverse, as I said, I feel like both of you kind of want the same thing. Both of you want to move forward from this standstill. Both of you want to like clear this stuff up so that you could progress. Now, with the Ten of Wands coming out, especially on your like your partner's side, I feel like they are kind of ready to kind of handle the situation. They're ready to kind of deal with the situation. I'm kind of getting the feeling of your dynamic that, again, you may be the one who maybe wants to stay more in like the good times and focus on like feeling good, feeling happy, focus on like those kinds of more positive, again, more dreamy energies. Whilst I feel like, again, your partner is maybe someone who is more like focused on the real aspects of things, or like the more tangible aspects of things. So it's like you are the air and they are the earth or the ground, and it's like you are coming together in the middle here. I feel like they definitely feel the kind of the weight of these issues, and they may actually even have been the ones to initiate the kind of the situation that you are in right now, where you are talking things through, where you are working through these issues and laying everything out on the table here so that you could kind of deal with them and then move forward. And it's clear that your partner is kind of very much wanting to come out of that situation, wanting to come out of that standstill energy. And they definitely seem to be willing to put in the work. They seem to be willing to handle the hard stuff, handle the kind of the responsibility and the weight. They are definitely willing to put in the work, and they seem to be like fully committed with this Ten of Wands here, even though they know that this is a lot. And I feel like you may be feeling that too. But again, I feel like your partner is like really invested in making this thing work and taking this thing forward. And when it comes to where this relationship is headed, I actually love this energy, because with the King of Wands, first and foremost, this is like so mature, so passionate, so confident and so determined. And with the Nine of Wands coming out in reverse, this is kind of like those barriers coming down, or those like I feel that all of the things, all of the little elephants in the room that you were experiencing in your relationship, but that you weren't really like dealing with, I feel like those are kind of all coming down. Those are all being solved, and you seem to be moving forward in a very, very secure, very determined, very focused kind of way with this King of Wands. So this just looks like this looks really, really positive. And again, all of this fire, all of this energy and this drive and passion, I can see that like both of you mean so much to the other person, and both of you seem very, very dedicated, very much devoted to this commitment. And both of you really seem to be wanting to make this work. And by the looks of it, it seems that that's exactly what you're doing. It seems that you are succeeding in that. So again, really, really positive cards. And I feel like I don't really have anything else to add here, because it feels very much straightforward. Yeah, I feel like this is the first pile where both you and your partner seem to be working together, and where you seem to be knowing exactly what you need to do to make this thing work, to make this relationship a success and move forward in the best way. So I really love seeing that. Really, really love seeing that. But let us look at some of these oracle cards as well. So these are going to be some additional messages that you should know about this connection. Oh my god, I love this. We have under my umbrella. I truly do feel that for some reason I'm getting a lot of that from your partner's side. It seems that like I'm getting more of this like feminine energy with you and more masculine energy with your partner. And it doesn't mean that you have to be female and they have to be a male, because we're not talking about like gender, we're talking about energy. But I just feel that you are more like maybe receptive, again, more like quiet, more introspective, more of that kind of feminine energy. And they seem to be more like driven, more like taking action, more initiative, that kind of thing. And they seem to be very protective of you, which is kind of like what I was sensing before, that they are willing to take on the bulk of the responsibility. They are willing to really put in the work and really push things forward. And now that like that kind of under my umbrella card is a very, very strong confirmation that I feel that that your partner is truly like invested in taking care of you, looking after you, and keeping you safe, keeping you protected. And again, I also feel that with this under my umbrella, it's like both of you are very much like wanting to keep this relationship healthy, keep this relationship thriving and safe and secure. So it's clearly the thing that you're doing. Okay, we have not for you, and we have new beginnings. Okay, so I definitely kind of with this not for you card, it's so interesting, but like, because I haven't really seen this before, like this card in this way before. But with this not for you, I'm kind of like, I'm stuck on this chessboard. My eye is drawn to this chessboard. And I feel like the thing that is not for you is this like playing games, or like the like brushing things under the rug thing that I was talking about before. I feel like that sort of thing is not really healthy for you. I feel like I feel like any kind of like what's the word, avoiding, that's the word I was looking for, any kind of avoiding any true issues is something that is not really recommended here for your relationship, because again, it feels like otherwise things are just going to like pile up, and it's going to be much more annoying to deal with those things. But at the same time, what I also feel that this not for you is talking about is like mind games. So what I was saying before as well, that I feel like both of you are very like devoted, both of you are very invested in this connection and determined to make this a success. And I love that that kind of very strong bond is coming through, because as I said, with this chessboard, I feel like neither of you are really ones to like play mind games and to like manipulate and that kind of thing. So I really love that that's coming through, because it's again talking about the health and the kind of positive nature of this connection, and how it's working like a connection should be working, that there are no like power plays, and you seem to be working as a team relying on each other's strengths and balancing out each other's weaknesses. And that seems to be like the real thing that is happening here. And I feel like that's also one of the reasons why you are on such a solid base here. And with this new beginnings, I just feel like you are, as I said, like you're clearing things up. You are letting go of the past, all of the underlying issues that have been kind of like swept aside, and you're clearing up the air so that you could, again, I feel like put on this or like put this relationship on a course of like even more success. And you seem to be stepping into very, very confident, very secure, very like loyal and loving energy in this relationship. So I really, really love this for you. I truly, truly do. Okay, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, and we have, deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Okay, well, that's really interesting because I kind of feel like that's something that you are dealing with. And I feel like this deception thing is the whole, I kind of feel like that's the thing that you're already dealing with, like where you weren't really maybe 100% talking about the things like that were, again, that the baggage that I was talking about before. I feel like that's the deception here. That like with the red flags and the deception, both cards kind of talking about some things being like left unsaid. I feel like that's exactly what you were doing. It seems that this is exactly what you are working on here. And so I feel like because you're already doing it, it's just like kind of like a confirmation that you're on the right path and that you should like keep doing it. And I feel like even though you seem to be like working towards this like fresh new beginning and working towards solving and clearing out this old stuff from the past, I feel that they are also kind of acting as like a little warning here, because it's almost like cautioning you not to get into that kind of energy again, or not to let things go this far again, where all of this has become so much that you kind of need to deal with all of it at once, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like urging you to resist the maybe the little urges that you may be feeling, especially, and I'm not wanting to like point any fingers or take any sides or anything like that, but I feel like especially on your side there may be some like escapism or some like wanting to not deal with the hard stuff, not deal with the difficult stuff. So if that's you, if you recognize yourself in that, then I feel like these cards are definitely talking about like not allowing yourself get into this point where you start like avoiding the issues, and again where like this sort of brushing things under the rug or like dismissing things that really should be dealt with early on. It's asking you to pay attention to those kinds of tendencies. And if this is not you, if you more so resonate with the other side, or however this like plays out in your relationship, then just generally speaking, this is urging you to deal with issues as they come, again, rather than like sweeping them away and just like trying to forget about them or hoping that they somehow dissolve on their own. So yeah, that's kind of what I feel for you. Again, very like interesting multi-layered energies coming through, but I do feel that like you are very much doing the right thing. You seem to be working on your relationship. You seem to be working towards a common goal, and you seem to be working towards a very beautiful new beginning in this relationship. So yeah, I actually really like this for you, even though again there seems to be some deeper underlying energies here that you kind of have to be mindful of, especially as you're moving forward, so that you wouldn't repeat the same mistakes and so that you wouldn't kind of get in the same position. So a lot of like honesty, transparency, again, no like mind games, no power plays, like no that kind of thing. just being very honest, being very authentic, and willing to work as a team. Those keywords seem to be the most important for you guys. So I'm gonna leave it here, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope that it spoke to you. I hope that it made sense to you and that it helped you in some way, and I hope that it gave you hope and reassurance that, you know, this is going in the right direction. But yeah, thank you so much. If this resonated, I would love it if you could give me some feedback. You can give me a thumbs up. You can also leave me a comment, and I would love it even more if you decided to subscribe and hang out with me in the future. But I'm gonna leave it there. Please take care of yourselves. I am sending you so much love and light, and I hope to see you very, very soon in one of my next readings. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. You guys chose the clear quartz crystal and the Witch's Tarot. But we are going to put those cards on the side here for the time being, because we're going to start out with 2 of these cards instead. Now, these cards are going to tell us a bit about the current state of your relationship, what is going on, and it is going to allow me to see more into what we are dealing with and what the messages are more specifically pertaining to. And it's also going to allow you to decide whether this is the right pile for you or not. Now, if something comes through that you don't fully resonate with, that's fine. You don't have to take it on board. But if you do find that none of it is really resonating, then it could just be that this is not your pile, and that's fine. You can go ahead and choose another one. But yeah, definitely don't get discouraged if all of the messages are not talking about you, because this is still a general reading. So please bear that in mind and use your discernment as you are watching this. But if you are interested in getting a personal reading with me, then you can do so via the link in my description box. And it is also very exciting because right now there is a sale and all readings are 15% off. So if you are interested, definitely go and check that out. But having gone through all of this information and this intro, let's get into your relationship. Okay, we're starting off with the 9 of air and the 10 of water. How crazy of a contrast is this? This is so funny. Okay, so as I said, it's a very funny contrast because the 9 of air and the 10 of water are kind of almost like polar opposites in tarot. But the energy that I'm feeling for you, pile number 4, is that I feel like there may be a lot of hesitation and a lot of doubt and questioning whether this is truly the relationship that is the right one for you, whether this person is the one for you, or whether they are your true soulmate. I feel like that's kind of the theme of the questions that you may be asking yourself, or they may be questions that have kind of risen up in your connection recently. Yeah, for some reason I'm feeling more so that this kind of uncertainty is on your part, but please take it as it resonates. I'm just describing the energy for the whole relationship. So they could be talking about you, they could be talking about your person, or they could be talking about both of you, because your relationship involves both of your energies. So yeah, it's just really, really weird. I feel like I don't actually feel that anything is wrong or anything is bad in this relationship. I also feel that it's just there are these thoughts and anxieties in someone's head that this may not be the right thing, or there's just some sort of maybe over analyzing and stressing over, worrying too much about the validity of this connection. So yeah, it's bizarre because, as I said, I don't really actually feel that there is anything wrong in this connection. I just feel that someone may be feeling that, or there may be some sort of air of anxiousness or air of insecurity, either on your part or your partner's part. Something like that is kind of occurring in the connection right now, I'm feeling. But again, I feel like it's more so only in the head of either you or your partner, and it doesn't seem to be actually rooted in anything specific, anything concrete. It's more so like stemming from some sort of insecurities or some sort of like overly active mind, overly rational mind. And yeah, it seems to be just like a mirroring of some sort of insecurities. Yeah, but I do feel that whoever is experiencing these insecurities, that they are definitely like, the air of that energy is definitely starting to affect the relationship itself. And there may be like problems being caused by this anxiousness, by this worry, or by these like maybe like negative thoughts that whoever in this relationship is experiencing. It feels like it's starting to kind of affect the connection in a way. But let's look into it more specifically. So we're going to start off with your feelings and your desires regarding this relationship. Okay, we have the Page of Swords and we have the King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so it again more strongly feels like it's coming from your side. We have the Star in reverse and the Seven of Swords in reverse for your partner. And, ooh, beautiful. We have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups for your connection. Okay. So, yeah. As I said, I feel like it's not actually your connection, that there's anything wrong with that. I truly don't feel that. I feel that it's just, it seems to be... you seem to be somewhat in your head, and maybe even like your partner as well. But let's start with you first. So you are coming out with Page of Swords and King of Swords in reverse. So definitely a lot of air energy here. You may actually be an air sign yourself. So that is either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or you may have a lot of air in your chart or have significant placements in air signs. Take it as it resonates. But that's like definitely this kind of more overactive mind that I was talking about that I'm feeling here. Because with this Page of Swords, I do feel that what you want at this time is clarity, is like a firm understanding of what this relationship is, like what the current state of this relationship is, how things are going for you, where things are moving. And you seem to be wanting a lot of answers, but at the same time, with this King of Swords coming out in reverse, I feel like there is also a lot of like, again, a lot of insecurity, a lot of doubt as to whether the things that you know about the relationship are actually true. There is a lot of like questioning that. And you may be someone who really wants to have like full control, like a full overview and a full clear picture of where you stand and where your partner stands, to kind of feel safe in the connection. That's truly what I'm feeling for you here. So it's just the energy of wanting clarity, wanting answers, wanting something concrete and defined. And I see you really like maybe having a hard time with that, because relationships don't often work that way, and there are a lot of like uncertainties, and like emotions are very difficult to define and put into words. But I feel like that's kind of something that you may be wanting here, because with you coming out with so much air energy, I feel that you may be kind of over rationalizing, over analyzing this relationship, where it's like there's not too much room here for like heart space and for like feelings and emotions, because it seems that the kind of the security that you are looking for seems to come from like a logical aspect, or from some sort of very clearly defined like boundaries or structures. It's like you just want this overview of how things are going, and you want to know like how your person is feeling about you, and how you are, like how this relationship is going, where you both stand in this relationship, whether you both want the same things. It's very curious, very almost like nosy. Please don't take it in a bad way, but I just feel like you are very, very invested in like having a very full information or a very full overview of this relationship and how it's going right now. So that kind of energy that your relationship is in right now, where there's like hesitation and anxiety and it's starting to like kind of seep into the connection, that seems to be coming from your side. But moving on to the side of your partner here, we have the Star in reverse with the Seven of Swords in reverse. It seems like your partner is very much open to like talking about how they feel and really being like open with you. So if you need some kind of like verbal confirmation, if you need to hear from your partner that things are okay and that they still love you and they want you and they want this like future with you, if you need some sort of verbal confirmation, which for some reason I'm feeling that you do, especially with this Page of Swords here, I'm feeling that you need the verbal communication to be like rather like constant or rather frequent to keep you feeling safe and secure. So if that's something that you need to feel safe, then that's something that you need to tell your partner, because I'm looking at these cards and I feel like they are very much willing to give that to you. I feel like they are willing to do what they can to like make this relationship work, to bring peace, because I feel with both of those cards coming out, I feel like they don't have anything to hide. Like they seem to have a rather clear understanding of what it is that they want. And actually with this Star card coming out in reverse, it's almost like their wish has already come true, or they like, yeah, it's like they don't seem to be like looking for anything else. They seem to be like rather settled, and that's why I felt like with this Ten of Cups as well, that's why I felt like this relationship, it feels rather like stable and that there's nothing actually wrong in this connection. It just seems to be like that someone is too much in their head, and so that's why I feel like if you just talked to your partner about what you need to feel secure and the like the worries and the fears that are in your head, then I feel like things would just be like things would just smooth out, and you wouldn't have to like worry about, you know, the thoughts that are going on in your partner's head. Because again, I feel like they have no issue sharing that with you. They have no issue like opening up about what is going on with them, because again, they don't have anything to hide. And especially with the Star over here, I do also feel that they seem to be like, they seem to have done a lot of healing, and they seem to have worked through a lot of their issues, which is probably why I'm kind of getting the sense that they can most likely empathize with you very well, or that you may be surprised at like how well they truly understand where you're coming from, or how well they can empathize with you, or how well they resonate with you. I'm just like, seriously, the thing that I'm just feeling here is that there's all you need really is just communication. It's just like honest, very forthcoming communication, where you open up about what makes you insecure, what makes you doubtful, and allowing your partner to kind of help you out with that, or ease your mind in that. So like honestly, it looks like both of you want to be in this connection, and both of you seem to have a rather like clear understanding. It's just that it seems to be that the kind of the insecurities and the doubts that seem to be creeping into your head at times, I feel like you just need to be more vocal about it and really open up, because again, like everything seems so good, so great, and your partner seems to be very much willing to work with you to kind of calm and ease your mind. Because with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups, those two are like one of the best cards to get in a relationship reading. And I mean, you have the Ten of Cups as well, so taking all of these three cards together, like your relationship seems very, very solid, and where your relationship is headed, it seems like it's headed to like the next level of commitment or some kind of like deepening of commitment. There's definitely a lot of joy. There is definitely a lot of love. There's a lot of sharing, coming together, celebrating each other, appreciating each other, and just offering a lot of love and affection. And I feel like that's already there in your connection. I feel like everything is already solid. You just kind of need to talk to your partner about these insecurities that you're feeling, about these doubts that you have, and kind of allow them to see this, like, this insecurity, see this vulnerability. And I'm kind of getting the sense that the reason why you may not want to talk about it is because it's like you don't want them to think of you as like overly controlling or overly like nosy, the word that I was hearing before, right? I feel like you don't want to come off like that, and so that's why you kind of like keep it more hidden and you kind of try and deal with it on your own. But again, I feel like all it's really doing is like it's starting to like fester and cause problems in the relationship, where it's like the energy of the relationship starts to kind of get a bit wacky, because I mean clearly your partner can feel it and can sense it if something is not quite right with you. And so I just feel like the like transparency and truth is what is like what's the answer here. So it's very straightforward, a very simple solution, but I feel like that's something that would truly work, and it clearly would bring you a lot of happiness and a lot of fulfillment as well. So yeah, again, your relationship seems very, very solid, very secure as well with the Four of Wands here. Very stable, very secure, and I feel like your fears are somewhat unfounded. So it's just best to like open up about them so you wouldn't have to deal with them by yourself, and so that you could be alleviated from this like tense or anxious energy that you're feeling. But let's look at the cards that Spirit wants to share with you some more. So we're going to look at some additional messages that you should know about this connection. Wow, we have transformation. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this butterfly as well. So yeah, definitely like there is going to be some sort of stepping up, as I already said. With the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups, it seems that you are kind of like taking the relationship to the next level. There may be some sort of like either engagement or like moving in together, or if you're already engaged, like getting married, like something like that. It seems that the relationship is definitely progressing in the future and becoming even more beautiful, even more like abundant and joyful. Oh, how beautiful is this? We also have exchanging gifts, and I just noticed that it's interesting. We're going from 26 to 27. Both of these very like pink toned cards too. So again, it's just exchanging gifts. Again, this is a very, very like sweet energy that I'm feeling here. And honestly, it just seems that you are kind of worried and anxious for no reason, truly, because everything seems to be so great, and it's just really beautiful, really, really amazing energy. So wow. And oh, look at that, we have adventures. So I definitely feel like this is what is kind of waiting for you on the other side of this transformation, where you are kind of stepping into new adventures together. That may be something that is like maybe also somewhat freaking you out, maybe because I do feel that you do need this sense of security and this sense of like predictability, knowing, again, having all of this information and knowing where things are going, knowing how things are at any given moment. But again, I definitely feel like there is just so much amazing energy, amazing experiences that are waiting for you, and you kind of just have to kind of put yourself in these situations, because you can't always have all of the answers and all of the information. So I do feel that Spirit is kind of also saying that there's an element of trust that kind of needs to come through here as well. So yeah, this is amazing so far. Okay, we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy clearly there is a lot of passion. And we have release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So if any of the like the insecurities that you're feeling stem from like past experiences, having been hurt before by an ex or by like some kind of like someone who hurt you, or if there's anything like that that is causing you to feel insecure or to feel like you can't fully trust your person, or you can't fully let them in, you can't fully like open up, and you feel like you need to stay in control all the time, then yeah, it's very clear that spirit is asking you to try and work on like letting go of those fears. But again, as I said before, I feel like the situation could already be helped by you just letting your person know that that's the case with you, and that's something that you that the verbal confirmation is something that you would really appreciate every now and then, to feel safe and to feel like everything is okay. So that is something that you could like do to kind of ease the situation soon or sooner, but in the long term I definitely feel like working on those fears and trying to figure out where this insecurity and this kind of need for control is coming from, and trying to work on those root issues is going to like again benefit the future of this connection even more. But just generally, like, look at all of these beautiful cards. There is so much joy. There is so much, like, again, passion and love and appreciation, and like being there for each other, taking on this like beautiful adventure together and stepping into a new chapter together. Like, all of this very, very amazing stuff is on the horizon for you. All you really just have to do is be honest about what is happening in your head and these worries and issues that you are experiencing internally, and working on like letting go of these insecurities and anxieties, and just enjoying the ride truly, because this is so beautiful. And I am so happy for you, pile number 4. This is by far the best reading in like out of all of the piles. This is definitely my favorite. This is the most positive, and I love delivering this message for you. So thank you so much for watching. If this resonated for you, if you could relate to this, and if this actually helped you out in some way, if it like made you think about some things, then I truly hope that you let me know somehow. You can give me a thumbs up, or you can leave me a comment in the comment section, however you wish to reach out. I would love that. And also, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe as well, so that you wouldn't miss out on all the future readings. But that's it. I am sending you guys so much love and light. Please take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next reading. Bye bye.